Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin approaches the new week in a very friendly way. So we're starting with a rally to basically 63K. Bitcoin has shown a good reaction to our upper support zone. That's essentially what we want to see to keep the yellow scenario alive. In the yellow scenario, this is our short-term bullish case. The price has a chance to form a low in the in the orange support region. In wave 2, in circle wave 2, either here or here, and then rally basically in a third wave to the upside. I shared with you yesterday, it should take us to round about 73 to 74K if in this region, somewhere in this region, a low can form. Yesterday we didn't have any indication. Today we see a break above resistance that can serve as an initial signal that the price is on its way in a third wave. I will tell you in this video what we need to see for a better, let's say, signal and confirmation that we're actually in the third wave. I will also talk about the ETH BTC chart at the end of the video, so stay tuned, because that tells us if there is currently anything in sight or any light at the end of the tunnel for ETH, because it will allow us to understand if ETH or BTC are likely going to outperform going forward. So stay tuned for that one. At the moment, short-term bullish count here is the yellow one, in which we said, okay, we have 5 waves up, into the what was that, Monday the 6th of May highs. Price topped here around 65,500. In this scenario, the larger wave 4 correction, which started, and I zoom out a little bit, which started here around the 13th of March. This top started the wave 4, and this wave 4 could be complete here. We talked about the micro count in previous videos, don't need to repeat that. It's just that in one scenario, the low could be in. We dipped deep enough into our support zone, and we might see a reversal from here. Then this move up would be a wave 1, this move down would be a wave 2, and then a third wave rally from there. And then ultimately it should obviously develop 5 waves. Again, talking about targets, I measured that in my last video, where we said, okay, let's assume the low is in, what would be the next upside? And 73.7K would be a first ideal target for circle 3. Okay, what do we need to see now? So first of all, we highlighted that, okay, we have a dip into the support region. Somewhere here the reaction needs to show, because there is not more space than just for one more low if it needs it. If it gets one more low, then we would be dealing here with most likely a WXY pattern. The way this is going now, we could also be looking at some kind of a flat structure that's developing here. So I need to look at that. Essentially, there are still in this micro pattern here different potentials possible. Let me actually see how would that look like, because what is possible is that it's actually forming a large ABC flat, which I think kind of makes sense. Okay, so that would be still a possibility. What does that tell us? That tells us that we could be dealing here with a large ABC flat, the B wave is a flat structure. And then we could still see one more low, possibly into that support region, if it needs it. Therefore, what do we need to see that for, let's say, getting confirmation that we've actually really bottomed in this region? Because all we see at the moment is an initial reaction to the support region. I mean, that's precisely what we want to see. That's why we have support regions on the chart. Ideally, we get these reactions from these regions. And you can see, for example, in this entire decline, there wasn't really any clear reaction, right? But in this entire decline here, but there was a reaction to the support region. So therefore these Fibonacci support levels are so important. Now, this tells us that the rally could just be a C wave. And if the rally is a C wave, then this would be a 5-wave move. It could develop a diagonal pattern like a small 1, 2, 3. We need another 4, 5 pattern. That would be needed anyway as first level of confirmation that we've bottomed. But based on this wave count, I hope that's clear, it wouldn't be enough, because this could just be a C wave ending diagonal rally, and then we get another move down. So it takes, as you know, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. Okay, so this 5 up, 3 down movement gives us more confidence that we could have bottomed here. Now we need another 5 up, 3 down movement to get confidence that we've bottomed here. In turn, increasing probabilities that we've really bottomed here. So it's all about how the confidence builds. Essentially what I said yesterday, don't focus so much on the micro count. What is most important here at the moment is the range of the fib levels. Okay, so here we had a support region and we have a reaction to it. That's what we want to see in the yellow count, essentially, either from here or from one more low. So one more low cannot be ruled out in this yellow count. Still, what is worth watching for today is if a 5-wave move up is forming and then a 3-wave pullback, if it can hold a higher low. This will be, as you know, the moment of truth. This rally today still does not rule out the white count, which is the short-term bearish count, which would come into play and would come into force and is clearly leading if the price breaks below the red line, the line in the sand. So the way to understand this, we've got an upper support area, which is relevant for the yellow count, in which we will not see a lower low below the 1st of May low. Yeah. And the line on the line in the sand is the red line 58,360, which distinguishes between bullish momentum and short-term bearish momentum. Short-term bearish momentum would mean that in the white count, it could send us, and by the way, this could be a wave 2 then, in the short-term bearish count, it could send us down into that lower support region, micro support in yellow, here between 53,833 and 55,377. So essentially, we need to see a 5-wave move up. I can highlight that in orange on the chart. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I want to see one more 4-5 pattern. And yeah, this is sort of what I'd like to see. This is what it's probably doing right now in either wave 2 and white. Okay, so working on a 5-wave move. If that 5-wave move finishes, and we need 5 to explore something more bullish, then the higher low afterwards will be needed to confirm we've bottomed. And yeah, of course, this could already be part of that larger degree third, but then I need 5 up, 3 down. Yeah, so I'm not saying this couldn't have started. It could. That's why I'm offering the fib levels, right? There is obviously a degree of uncertainty sometimes, you know, about where it really forms a low, but that's why we have the range, which accounts for that uncertainty. It should capture that. Okay, as promised, we're now going to take a look at the ETH BTC chart, which basically gives us a good idea of which one is currently outperforming the other. And if there is a downtrend, then Bitcoin is outperforming ETH. And there is currently a downtrend, and that downtrend hasn't stopped. And we are still in this move down below the trend line. I see the white count as preferred scenario. In this white scenario, we should see the price go down further. First of all, possibly finding support at 0.04611. A break below that would send us likely to 0.04136. These are the 2 key support levels here on the chart. And then from there could be another reaction, but there is absolutely no reaction yet. There is a potential. There is a potential for ETH to outperform Bitcoin, but that's about it. There is not more than a potential at the moment. So we need a first small impulse to give us an idea that ETH wants to outperform Bitcoin. For now, as long as the trend is down, I don't see any need to, let's say, shift from BTC to ETH. That's my update about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.